person with whom this true incident happened is Nur Islam Mullah. Nur Islam Mullah worked in agriculture, but he was a Kabbarij or Uja type of person. Nur Islam Mullah was known by everyone because he did a lot of good to people. He worked with jinn, he was close to bad jinn. He used to fill the bottle and bury it in a secret place under the ground. And he used to have an assistant with him in this work. Nur Islam Mullah was a very courageous person, even though he had many jinn in the afternoon, and rain in the night. It was falling. It seemed that the rice might be ruined due to the heavy rain. So without delay, Nurul Islam Mullah wanted to go to his land at 10 o'clock after eating that night so that the land could be cut off, so that water could not accumulate in the land. Time Nur Islam Mullah's wife says you should not go to the land during this stormy rain, there may be danger. Then Nur Islam Mullah said, "Don't worry, I will come." Nur Islam Mullah went out with a spade and that stick. That night Nur Islam Mullah did not return home. Next morning after far prayer, Nur Islam Mullah left home. A little far away, a person saw a man lying down, then picked up the man and saw that Nur Islam Mullah was bleeding from his nose and mouth. Could not understand what happened to Nur Islam Mullah that night. Maybe that Shilka was like that because of a ghost. It happened, everyone thinks he is dead because all those who have faced this evil genie before have died, but Nur Islam Mullah was alive. But he was caught and brought home in a state of weakness, tears fell at home. The hospital was less, so his sons took him to a distant hospital. From there he was given blood because a lot of blood came out of his body and food was given through the nostril. But the doctors could not say anything. It was almost 3 days. But Nur Islam Mullah did not return the gun. Day by day he got worse and worse. Finally he was brought home and shown Kabbarij. Nur Islam Mullah became a very big Kabbarij. But many Kabbarajas were shown for his treatment, but to no avail. Everyone gave up hope, everyone held on. It was assumed that he might die, as he was known to everyone. The news spread in the area. Then 6 days after the incident, an incident occurred that night. Nur Hussein Mullah and his wife were sleeping in a room, around 2:30 in the night. Or longer, when his wife woke up, and he noticed a light coming from under the door. He looked more closely and saw that the light was so bright, it seemed like it was night and not noon. He was a little scared. Suddenly he knew who was at the door. Knocked again and again, he became more and more afraid, but as she was the wife of Oja or Kab, and also the daughter of a lord before marriage, he opened the door with courage. He opened the door and saw Jubba, a tall man of great stature. He was so tall that standing in front of the door, his head can't be seen. It seemed as if his head was in the sky, and so much light was emanating from that man's body. Then he realized that it was not a human being. Jinta greeted Nurul Islam Mullah. Nur Hussein Mullah's wife replied to Jinta's greeting. Then Jinta asked her, "Well, is Nur Hussein Mullah at home?" Nur Hussein Mullah's wife said yes, but he can't meet or talk to anyone, because he is sick. Then the genie said, "Well, if you want to save him, you can take a water pot with me. Come, no harm will come to you." Nur Hussein Mullah's wife agreed to go with that saddle without seeing any other way. Nur Hussein Mullah's wife thought that it was a good saddle, so she followed the saddle. After Nur Hussein Mullah's wife went for a walk, the garden field. He crossed the field and went to a pond. Then the genie gave him a stick and said that you will share this stick. As soon as the stick was, it seemed that the genie had become many copies. Nur Hussein Mullah's wife got scared after seeing this scene. He said, "The soil on the banks of the pond is very soft," so after digging a little, water started coming out like a spring. Then the genie said, "Drink the water saying Bismillah, and perform ablution, then take the water for your husband." And Nur Islam Mullah's wife did exactly that. Then the jinn said to join the broken stick as she went. Nur Islam Mullah's wife, as soon as she joined the broken stick, it stuck like a magnet, and all the copies of that Jinnah around disappeared. Then Nur Islam Mullah Jinta said to his wife, "You go, and after far prayer you will make your husband drink this water, and promise never to tell anyone about the events of the breaking the promise will harm you. Nur Islam Mollah's wife also promised Jinta. Then Nur Islam Mollah's wife far after praying, he drank this water, and immediately Nur Islam Mollah got up from his bed. It seemed that he was not unconscious, he was sleeping in a deep sleep. Or die. The word that Nur Islam Mollah is alive spread all over the area. Everyone came to see Nur Islam Mollah, and everyone wanted to know what happened to Nur Islam Mollah that night. Nur Islam Mollah then said that night, I was returning home after finishing work. Suddenly I crossed the garden and saw a person standing in the middle of the road, far away. I went to him thinking that he was a human being. I went closer and saw that it was not so much a human, but a genie was waiting. The genie looked like a human. Jinta's height, Jinta's chest is very well built, and there are many hairs on the body and 2 eyes and eye scars inside the hair. I couldn't understand that it was a sealed ghost, and I understood why people called it a sealed ghost because it had many long cuts on its body. I tried to scare the jinn, but the jinn is not scared in any way. No matter how much I tried, that jinn stood as before. This time I got very scared and threw at the jinn given by my grandfather, but to no avail. The genie looked at me more and more fearfully. Then I proceeded to pray and I felt the genie moving through my body. One time I lost consciousness. After that we don't remember anything. Anyway, happy news. Nur Islam Mollah is now healthy. The incident could have ended here. Everyone thought that the man could not get up, could not sit. How did he get better in one night? Everyone knows that no one lives in this room except Nur Islam Mollah's wife. His sons are next to him. After building a house and staying there, how did Nur Islam Mollah actually get better? Only his wife can say this. When everyone asked his wife about how Nur Islam Mollah got better in one night, Nur Islam Mollah's wife did not tell anyone about this, because saying anything about this matter will harm him. After a few days the women of the village were all sitting in one place, talking about. Then one woman asked Nur Islam Mollah how her husband got well one night, since it was forbidden to talk about this matter. Still, Nur Islam Mollah's wife thought that these are good people I know, so if I tell them about this, nothing will happen. Then she told them about the incident of that night, and immediately after telling the incident of that night, Nur Islam Mollah's wife fainted, for a long time. Due to pouring water on his head for a long time, once he regained consciousness, even though he regained consciousness, everything was fine. His voice was no longer there, he could not speak. Then Nur Islam Mollah was informed. He came and asked his wife. Asked what happened, Nur Islam Mollah's wife indicated everything to her husband and wrote something down and Nur Islam Mollah then said that you were forbidden. Then why did you say that now there will be danger? Then his wife started crying, to save his wife. For Nur Islam Mollah did as much as was necessary to save her. After 3 days Nur Islam Mollah brought medicine from a place. He came and saw that his wife was no longer as dry as before and had black spots on her body. Then the medicine was given to his wife. He was fed but no work was done. Exactly 30 days after that incident, his wife died terribly. A few years later Nur Islam Mollah also died. This was a terrible true story of today. Comment how you liked the incident. And like the incident if you like it. True physical events are uploaded on our YouTube channel. Those who love to hear true horror stories now subscribe to our Bhuta Adda 2024 challenge. If you have a true horror story in your life or someone you know has a horror story, then send it to our email. Our email address is in the video description box. Thanks.